Have you ever wondered why, despite all your hard work, success seems just out of reach? Are you secretly terrified that you'll spend your life chasing happiness, only to find it's a mirage, or worse, that you'll be trapped in a never-ending cycle of stress and burnout? If you've been checking all the right boxes and still feel unsatisfied or overwhelmed, pause, because you might be doing success all wrong. Today, we're exposing what most people get wrong about how to become successful, and more importantly, sharing the fix. Before we dive in and transform your mindset around success forever, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a single episode from the Growth Mindset Project. We're here every week, decoding the truth about reaching your highest potential and becoming successful on your own terms. Picture this. What if you could design your life so that 5 years from now, you wouldn't be just scraping by, but genuinely fulfilled? Imagine a life where you weren't drowning in misery or chasing someone else's version of success, where you were actually satisfied, maybe even thrilled with where you'd landed. Most of us think we want happiness, but dig deeper, and you'll find that what we really want is to not be overwhelmed by hardship. We think becoming successful means endless joy, but often true success is about building a life we actually want to show up to, a life that isn't crushed by stress, monotony, or other people's expectations. Major distinction, right? Here's where almost everyone goes wrong. They chase a generic goal, money, fame, or status, without defining what would actually satisfy them personally. So what if you played a quick game of make-believe and asked yourself, if I really took care of myself, the way I'd look out for someone I loved, what would a satisfying life look like for me? Try this exercise. Set a timer for 15 minutes. Write without judgment or self-criticism about what a fulfilled life would look like for you in practical, tangible terms. What do you want in your relationships, in your career, for your health, both mental and physical? Well, so what about your education or how you contribute to the community? Don't hold back. Then, go back and see if those goals can become real strategies. Break them down, see if they make sense, and adjust as needed. This isn't just theory. Colleges have put this into practice. Students who spent just 90 minutes on this self-authoring practice versus those who simply recounted their past 2 weeks were 50% less likely to drop out their first year. That's a stunning difference, all from spending time really mapping out what becoming successful would mean for them, not just what society suggests. Now, if you're finding these insights valuable, take a second to like this video and drop a comment below. What's your definition of success? Have you ever sat down and mapped it out for yourself? I'd love to know. Let's get real. The alternative to actively shaping your path is becoming a passive player in someone else's game. Not making conscious choices means letting life dictate to you, which is the total opposite of becoming successful. But here's a twist. Sometimes, our picture of success is surprisingly simple. For some people, it's not the million-dollar mansion or the corporate empire. Maybe it's designing your daily life so you don't need an alarm clock, never have to make small talk, or don't have to talk to someone you don't want to. Maybe it's having the freedom to work whenever you're most awake and creative, even if, like some, you're happiest waking up at 11 a.m. See the difference? This vision isn't about external validation. It's about self-actualization, living in a way that aligns with your own rhythms, needs, and values. When you build towards what truly satisfies you, you're making your life a blessing to yourself. That's far more powerful and sustainable in the long run than any one-size-fits-all version of what it means to become successful. But there's something else people misunderstand. Once you start gaining traction, once you reach a level of self-defined success, life can become unpredictable. Sometimes you stop driving the car and start surfing the wave. Opportunities and challenges will come up you never expected. The point is, when you build your version of success, unexpected growth and events will follow, often in ways you could never have planned. Here's a crucial insight. The stories told through history, especially the most ancient ones, serve to help us figure out which principles should run our lives. If you follow the kind of adventurous path where you listen to your inner drive, it leads to four things. Your life becomes a blessing to yourself. You gain real respect from others. You're able to contribute something meaningful. And in the process, you become a blessing to the broader community. This is the antidote to the fear of inadequacy. You don't need to be at the absolute summit of your field, whatever that means. Forget the warped idea that unless you're world famous, you're a failure. That couldn't be further from the truth. Often, success is not about being at the pinnacle, but about doing work that matters to you and to your small but loyal audience. Even being unknown can mean a deeply satisfying life if you're living by your own script. There's also a problem with how rewards get distributed in society. In any area, a small number of people seem to get the bulk of acknowledgement and resources. But here's the fix. Our world is full of games, different spaces to play in, different ways to express your talent. You can create your own combination of talents. If you're highly knowledgeable in one area, that's great. But if you add a completely different skill set to it, you become rare. And if you layer a third area of expertise, suddenly you're in a league all your own. That's the magic formula for how to become successful in a world overflowing with competition. Don't just master one thing that many others are mastering. Combine your unique interests and skills to form a personal success portfolio. There's no one else quite like you. So let your path to success reflect that uniqueness. Remember, just because most people are obsessed with the top doesn't mean you have to be. Becoming successful is much more about clarity and alignment than about hitting some external target. Know yourself, play to your strengths, and be courageous enough to define what matters to you, regardless of what the world might say. If you're enjoying what you're learning today and want more insights on how to truly become successful, hit like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts below. It helps us reach more growth-minded people just like you and keeps these deep dive conversations coming. Don't forget, this isn't about just passing or getting by. This is about crafting a life that feels right to you, that excites you to wake up every morning. No external validation necessary. Remember, get exceptionally good at something. Become unique by adding your other interests and skills and turn your life into a field of unpredictable opportunity. The adventure of genuine success is open to everyone, not just the ultra-elite. Want more inspiration to design your unique blueprint for a truly successful life? Check out our other videos right here, and don't forget to click the bell so you're first in line for every new episode. Your journey to real success, it starts now.